Hey guys, so next up we're going to be taking a look at the Studio Series 86 Commander Class 2-pack of Constructicon Hook and Long Haul. So this is the technically third piece of Devastator, third and fourth, because he's 6, but it's one set. So there we have Hook and Long Haul. Their transformation steps, top of the box, bottom of the box, side of the box, Devastator. Back of the box, you have Devastator throwing one of the Dinobots. And there's Hook, there's Long Haul. Long Haul has a trailer now. There you go. So, I'm torn on the fact that they made this the Commander for Studio Series 86. I get it, because they want to do all of the Constructicons in 1 year. It makes it really less valuable as a Commander class figure. I'll get to that in a minute. But here we have Hook, Long Haul, and Long Haul's trailer. So, Long Haul's trailer can just get thrown on the ground. Anyway, Long Haul's trailer can attach right there, kind of like how God Jinrai's trailer worked in the original toy. Kind of the same sort of connection system. I don't recall Long Haul ever having a trailer. If I'm wrong, let me know. I don't recall him ever having a trailer, but this serves one function. We'll get to that later. So the reason they have these guys in a 2-pack is because they form the head and torso of Devastator. Which makes sense that they put these two as a 2-pack. But again, as a Commander class, you know, you've had things like, for example, the other two 86 Commanders are Ultra Magnus and Optimus Prime. Both really involved, really high quality figures. These honestly just feel like two Voyager figures packed together with a trailer. They don't have the Commander class oomph that the other two 86 Commanders had, or even say Armada Prime or Motormaster or a Magmatron. I don't know Silverbolt yet, so I can't say him. I plan on getting him soon. But it doesn't have that Commander class oomph that the other Commanders do. But I'm not saying these are bad, because they're not, but they don't have the Commander class oomph. They're more of, they're a Commander so we can get Devastator out in 1 year, rather than feeling like a Commander class. But to transform him, we're going to push this piece in, fold that up, flip these up, and then flip this piece down like that, get him up, and then fold his arms down like that, flip these out, flip these down to be his feeties, and these, like Combiner Warsy, rotate down. Separate the legs, and then these form his shoulder pads. And there we have Hook in his robot mode. And he looks alright. If I'm honest, the Constructicons on their own have never looked that cool. I think he's actually the coolest Constructicon personally, but we'll get to him in a minute. Rotation at the head for his articulation. Shoulder, if you move that shoulder pad up, full 360 up and down, turn to the bicep. Double elbow joint, no wrist, no waist on a Commander class. Legs can go forward, back, in and out, turn at the thigh, knee joint, and ankle pivot. So he has standard Voyager articulation, charged at a Commander class. I'll get to that one at the end. Now let's talk about Long Haul, who I think is the cooler of the two. I just think he looks neater, but his transformation's also pretty freaking simple. Rotation at the legs. These parts will come out like that. Rotate up, then flip out the hands. Rotate up and flip out hands. Flip this piece up, flip these pieces down. Flip this down all the way, and then close all that up, and then close up his chest. And there you go. There's Long Haul. And I know he's chunky, and I gave Bone Crusher shit for being chunky. But it works a lot better for this guy, for me, because it's all around. Like, he's got chunky arms, chunky legs, chunky body. His head's on a full 360. Rotation up the arms, in and out the shoulders. Rotation at the elbow, because it's on a ball joint. Elbow bend. No waist swivel, Commander class. Legs can go forward, back, in and out. His knee joint is here. Ankle pivot. So Again, Voyager class articulation on a Commander class budget. Now, the reason these guys are a Commander class is because they're in a 2-pack with this stupid thing. So, this stupid thing forms the lower torso and the thighs of Devastator. I'm going to, before I talk about the combined mode, because I am going to go ahead and show how to do the combined mode in this video. These are not a Commander class figure. They're just not. They are essentially a 2-pack with extra stuff to justify being a Commander, because they need to get all of Devastator out in 1 year. And I get it, but these just are not a Commander class. If you just take this in a box as the Commander class, this is the worst Commander class set. And that's not even a question. But if you're going for all the Constructicons, that makes it a lot more worth it. Well, you're not going to get this if you're not getting Constructicons. But if you want Devastator, that makes it a lot more worth it. So I'm going to get them back into their vehicle modes, and then we're going to talk about the combined mode. So give me 1 second. All right, now let's go ahead and put him in the combined mode. So we'll start with Hook here. With Hook, we're going to go ahead and start with this piece. Kind of having the same position we had before. Go ahead and... Which way does this go? I'm going to go with that way. I'll remember when I get him up there, but we'll disconnect all of this. Flip this down. We're actually flipping the hands in this time. Why you don't do that for vehicle mode is beyond me, but... Get these out of the way. And we'll flip that up. Separate all of this. Get these out of the way. Make sure all of this stays connected. That's very important. That's something I will talk about later. We're going to fold all of this together. And it should connect right there. And we'll close the feet back up. Make sure these are folded in. This will stay up. This will stay back. Flip the head down onto those 2 pegs right there. Rotate the head around, flip that up, flip out the face. And there we've got Devastator's upper torso. Or basically just his head, aside from the connector pieces for the arms. Which this one, because I have a nail biting problem. Make sure you have those connectors out or you're not connecting the arms. Long haul. So, get the arms out of the way. Flip this around. Flip that down. Flip the arms out of the way. And then we'll get the legs situated. And these will fold up and connect right there. These will connect right there. So the way you want to do it is this piece will plug into that tab right there. And then that'll plug into the side right there. So there you go. Got that going on. And now this stupid thing. So, take all of these pieces off. Pull this out. Pull those out of the way. And then rotate the top of the legs down. Flip that out. Close these. Oh, yeah, do that. And then just kind of connect. Slide all of that until you got it about there. And then we'll start connecting things together. So, that'll plug in right there. The back will connect, making it this has a very solid connection. Plug this guy. Make sure that tab is plugged on, push down. And you'll see that'll tab in back there. This will tab in right there. That'll tab in right there. There are tabs everywhere on this thing. And the reason they have you keeping a lot of these pieces up is because they are extra tabs for security for Devastator's Combined mode. So there we have the torso part of Devastator. What about the other Constructicons we already have? So if you start with Scrapper here, we'll push this piece down. That'll plug in right there. That'll fold up. Rotate the arms around like this, and then flip the hand out. Flip this piece down, rotate this, plug in right there. Now we can talk about the joint that makes him a Voyager class, which is that piece right there. So he can have an ankle pivot. Transform this one, which is Bone Crusher. Let's connect these pieces. Rotate this down and then turn that around. Flip that piece out. Flip that piece down. And there you go. You got the arm. Now, you're going to take this piece, one of these pieces, not this one, this one. I guess really, you'll know because they look the same. But flip this out, flip that down, and then turn that around to make the hand. And that'll plug in right there. Now we're going to separate the legs right there. That'll slide in and connect right there, and then this will close around it to make the leg. This will slide on right there to make his left arm. Put him down. Connect these two pieces together. And this will, of course, form Devastator's chest piece, which connects right there, and around there. And I'm sure it connects to the other arm, whose name I cannot remember. And then there we have Devastator as he is right now. Yep. So I'll go more over Devastator fully when the entire thing is out. But right now, this is what we have. We have most of them. We're just missing a leg and an arm. So you can't really display him right now because he's not going to stand. But this is about how tall he's going to be. So keep that in mind. You can store the weapons on various points. It's even in the instructions. So there you go. So I'm going to go ahead and just lay him down because I don't feel like holding him the rest of the review. But yeah, this is the reason you buy this set, is for the combined mode of Devastator. Just as a commander set by itself in a box, it is certainly not worth the commander class price point. Not even close. And like I'll go over more on Devastator himself when on the rest of the set, when the whole thing is done. But like I said, just as a commander class, it's not worth it by itself. But if you're going to get all the Constructicons, then yeah, absolutely. Because Devastator, having him in hand, really, really does him justice for what I've seen so far. Because the pictures weren't really doing it for me, but now that I have it in hand, for the most part, I'm still missing a leg and an arm. It looks like it's going to be worth it for sure. So if you're going to get all the Constructicons, yeah, it's necessary. If you just collect the commander classes, don't even bother. But Devastator looks like he's going to be cool, so definitely pick him up for Devastator. But anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this review. I do hope you enjoyed it, and stick around for more. Take care.